Hello everyone, Bobo the Vulture here, and actually I've skipped ahead today. I had a false start on this video. Basically all that you've missed is that we heard that we needed some new gimmicks to go around. Jason Sugarman needed a new gimmick. I have given him the Troublemaker gimmick to start with. There were a couple of different gimmicks I tried to give Lazarus. I tried to give him an occult gimmick, and I got an email from Sophie saying, I don't know that this gimmick that you're assigning Lazarus will work with the risk level that we run. I was like, well, okay, so occult is a little bit too hard for 69% risk level. And I think I tried the same with religious zealot. That didn't work either. So, anyhow, we've got a new sponsor, we've got a roster of stars. Let's move into the next day here. And we have our very first television show, VCW TV. Needs to have a minimum of 3 matches and a minimum of 6 segments total. So let's view the old quick roster here. Written contractors. We should be able to put on a decent show with this number of people, yeah? Who do we need to debut? Doc Dean needs to debut. Tell you what, we're going to have our main match be Dysfunction versus Todd Sexton. That'll be our main event. Match 1-on-1 singles, because this is our debut TV show. We're not going to screw around. We are going to put Wait, what? Todd Sexton is not available. Did Todd Sexton get injured? Is Todd Sexton in rehab? What's going on with Todd Sexton? Did I just miss Todd Sexton being there? Is that what happened? Probably. Alright, so it's a match. A one-on-one match. Single match between Dysfunction and Todd Sexton. Sure enough. None. It's going to be a win for Dysfunction. Dysfunction is going to cheat. Selection of the aftermath. Dysfunction will run away. And this is to continue their feud. Yes. And the other feud was Black Dragon versus Scotty Mac, which nobody cares about at the moment, but people will. Oh, how they will. Doc Dean's a talented MFer, so we ought to get him into a match wherever we can. It's 33 over. He could fight Jarrell Clark. They would put on a pretty good match. I'd like to see the match they put on, actually. Let's take a look at the quick roster again real quick, just to see who is under written contract. Yeah, it is pretty much these 3 guys. Then, of course, there's the Moxie brothers. Put him in against one of the Moxie brothers. The Moxie brothers ain't half bad. He has a morale 38. He's a morale 51. What if I put him in a match against Robbie Moxie? Doc Dean versus Robbie Moxie. Match. A 1-on-1. No, 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 no. You know what I'm gonna do? I want to get the big names out here, so we're gonna get Jarrell Clark out here. Match 1 versus... No, no, no. Let's start off with Jarrell Clark. This is going to be Jarrell Clark versus Doc Dean. There is no title on the line. It is going to be a win for Jarrell Clark. Jarrell Clark's going to win clean. And we're not doing anything special after the thing because we don't need to bury Doc Dean. We're debuting Doc Dean. Everybody can be like, wow, nobody knew who this Doc Dean guy was, but he did an amazing job. That's what I'm hoping they'll say. Black Dragon and Scotty Mac. They're going to have a match here. Match 1-on-1. Singles. Black Dragon. Oh, Scotty Mac. When are you coming back? None. This will also be a victory for Black Dragon. Black Dragon will win cleanly. And then he's going to use... Well, no, he's not going to win cleanly. He is going to win by cheating. No, he's going to win cleanly because we already had one cheating win. Right? The main event's going to be a cheat win. Got to leave them wanting something else when they come back. Black Dragon cheap shots after a handshake. This is going to continue that feud. For sure, you guys. Now then, let's have an angle. A debut angle. Singles debut as client. There you go. Ms. Vanessa is going to debut Doc Dean. Dunzo. And then Jarrell Clark's going to take him out. Let's have an interview here. Single worker with manager. Phil Woods is going to be talking with his man Black Dragon. And they're going to be giving the bad mouth to Scotty Mac. And that will continue this feud. Down here, Phil Woods is going to be back. And see, the fact that we're using all these people only a little bit at a time, it doesn't matter. They're all under written contract. They all do what I say, dude. And Phil Woods is going to be here with Dysfunction. And they are going to be talking about Todd Sexton. And that'll do something for that feud. Here we go. These guys are all on written contracts, so it will not cost me anything to have them do this right now. Let's go ahead and book it. I wish to start this show. 74% opening angle. That's good. Doc Dean and Miss Vanessa gained overness from the segment. How warm is the crowd? The crowd is moderately warm. So it got a 60% match because they put on a damn... I was thinking they would be able to put on a good match. 78% match up there, folks. 60% overall rating. Phil Woods and Black Dragon doing a pretty decent job, 64%. Woo! This is part of a feud, so hopefully the crowd will be interested. They're not. 70, 30. In between is 50. Well, nutso. Dysfunction gained overness from chatting with Phil Woods. Crowd cares a little more about this. It's also a really good match. Dysfunction gained overness from this victory. That's 60% overall match, so 62% show. That's not bad, right? that's okay. That's a decent bit of ratings. Let's finish that off. That wasn't a very long show. Robbie Moxie would like to work with Scotty Mac. Comcast says, we are not happy with the production quality of VCW TV. Please improve your production values as soon as possible. Well, you didn't say that, we got a .22 rating. Made 2,100 from ticket sales. Now wait a minute. Wait just a cotton pickin' minute here. Let's view the networks. Comcast network. Oh, they wanted production values of 50. Alright, so I messed up there. However, I did get a 22 rating. So I'm getting them their ratings. They need to back off about the production values. It's true. I guess I was just looking at the the audience that was potentially there. No. Ask Sophie. Our ratings are superb. The network are very happy with us. Well, so you say. Let's get back. So first off, Robbie Moxie v. Scotty Mac. We're starting to get some questions here. Robbie Moxie v. Scotty Mac? Maybe? And Magic v. Todd Sexton. Todd Sexton. Now, unfortunately, Scotty Mac and Todd Sexton are both involved in feuds right now, so you guys cannot have your feuds right now the way that you want them. So, finance. How much money in sponsorship did we get out of that? We got 566,000. So, 290, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, we're not getting full sponsorship money out of the TV show. But let's go ahead and get another week going. How's that? We are making that money back. And oh yeah, the sponsorship money, we only got 113,000 from that show. Well, that's weird. We made 2,100 off tickets for our TV taping. So that's another very small source of income. Hey. Alright, so we may be going under financially here. That would be very sad. I almost feel like I need to watch things every day. Almost, but not enough to actually do it. Well, we have gone up in popularity anyway. TV ratings. TV ratings. BC Dub TVs. It's 4 and 5, 6 and 2. Develop this feud. It's getting interesting. I'm with you, man. So our main event this time around, I think, will be maybe Jarrell Clark versus Todd Sexton. Yeah. Jarrell Clark versus Todd Sexton. There is no title on the line. The victory will go to Jarrell Clark. Because who's going to come in but Dysfunction? By God. Jarrell Clark will win via interference. And then after that, Dysfunction will continue his assault. This is to continue that feud. And let's see, feuds. Notepad. Robbie Moxley versus Scotty Mack, okay. One versus one. Singles. Robbie Moxley versus Scotty Mack. Let's give them a go. There's no title on the line. But wait a minute here. I don't have my current feuds listed right now, do I? Black Dragon. That's the name I was looking for. Just one. Singles. It's gonna be Robbie Moxley versus Scotty Mack. Yeah. There is no title on the line. It will go to Robbie Moxley. And there is going to be interference from the Black Dragon. And that allows that to happen. The Black Dragon is going to continue his assault too. This is to further their feud. And let's look at the roster here. Let's look at everyone who is on written contract. Let's have Doc Dean take on Louis Moxley. I like that idea. Louis Moxley's in decent enough spirits. Doc Dean had a really good show there. So Louis Moxley and Doc Dean. Let's see. Yeah, we ought to be able to do that. So yeah, it's going to be a match. One-on-one. Singles. Louis Moxley versus Dr. Dean. There's no title on the line. We're going to give this one to Louis Moxley. Cleanzo. And there is no aftermath. Hmm. Yeah, they're just putting on a good match. I was trying to think of whether or not I wanted to make Robbie run in. Put on a good match. But that might be excessive. Let's go ahead and have an interview. A single worker interview. No, a single worker with manager interview. Let's have Miss Vanessa here talking up Doc Dean. They're talking about Louis Moxley because they know a fight's a brewing. And they're going to hype that match. Alright, let's do an angle here. I want to set up the interference. Angles that involve managers. Let's try the manager has a plan angle. It's Phil Woods with dysfunction. And after their great matches, I feel like I'm going to give Louis Moxley and Robbie Moxley a chance to talk up how awesome they just had in their show. None, they're not targeting anybody. They're just like, we're the Moxley family. We are so great. Let's start this show and see how it goes. That's a good segment to start with. Nobody cared about this match, but it was a high quality match, so it still ends up a 54 average. Oof. Phil Woods' dysfunction, having a plan angle did not really enrapture the crowd very much. That's a pity. Robbie Moxley gained overness from this match, although again the crowd didn't really care. The Moxley brothers gained overness from this interview, but it didn't get a great rating. Well, this all sucks. Oh, Jarrell Clark and Todd Sexton put on a phenomenal match, though. That's good stuff. Crowd reaction 48. Overall rating 66. So 58% show. Lee Moxley and Doc Dean work pretty well together due to their similar styles. Robbie Moxley's losing heat because I'm pushing him too much. I was thinking about giving him some matches with Todd Sexton. We're not happy with the production quality. Got a 21 rating. Made in 1980 in ticket sales. MLW have fallen to cult level. They've released Don Marie, Joey Ryan, Mark Lloyd, Adam Hassan, Jimmy Hart, Captain Abdullah Dudley, Steve Strong. And our public image has increased again, and we're back in the positive financial territory, although, of course, at the end of the month, when we have all of the money coming down from the cards and such, that may not be as great. Or from the production costs and everything. Because putting on all these shows has to be pricey. We're only getting 100 grand a show, give or take. So Louis, Moxie, and Doc Dean. Robbie Moxie and Scotty Mack had a pretty good match. Louis Moxie and Doc Dean. Yes, they did have a good match. That's fact. That's word of the road agent. How about give me some matches with Todd Sexton? Magic really wants some matches with Todd Sexton. Still, we got a .21 rating. Ratings are good. The network appears to be happy with us. Alright. Let's move through another week. How about? Trying to figure out how I'm going to split these now. Probably maybe do 2 episodes a month. Something like that. I don't know. It's very difficult to figure this stuff out. I am in rough. I had a difficult Let's Play day today, actually, because I was doing a live stream. The live stream itself, technologically, was a success, I suppose. But I lost like 3 games in a row in Tecmo Super Bowl. And that was bad news, because you can't lose that many games in the regular season. You won't get invited to the playoffs. Now, are you feeling better now, Robbie Moxie? Your morale's still at like 39. Lazarus's Act. He won't agree to a written contract with us. I suppose it's just as well for right now. We don't take on any more people. Keep developing these feuds. They're getting interesting. I'm interested in them. Alright, last time it was Todd Sexton that he fought. This time Jarrell Clark will face Scotty Mack. Yes, this month is pretty much just a round robin. There's no title on the line. The winner will be Jarrell Clark, because Jarrell Clark, he's just great that way. Jarrell Clark will win this one cleanly, but the Black Dragon will come in afterwards. Run in attack on Scotty Mack to advance this feud. Moxie had a good match with Doctine, so that's good. A+++ would wrestle again. We could have, let's see. Scotty Mac needs to lose to, well, no, I guess. We could have, how do we swing this? We could have Black Dragon fight Doc Dean. That might not be a bad matchup. Doc Dean's been in a lot of shows lately too. Oh, I guess everybody's been in these shows. We're kind of doing that on purpose. What if we had Dysfunction or Black Dragon face Todd Sexton? Yeah. The Todd Sexton. No title on the line. Then we have a win for Black Dragon here because Dysfunction comes in, ruins everything. Interference. And then they together do a 2-on-1 double team effort on Todd Sexton. And this is to continue the feud. Now, who else do we have on the roster? Underwritten contract. So we're not having to pay them money. Pretty much just Doc Dean versus whatever Moxie has not already been fought. Let's have Doc Dean fight Robbie Moxie because he's upset about the interference from last week's show. Robbie Moxie versus Doc Dean. There's no title on the line. It was a win for Doc Dean. Doc Dean does a clean. And, yeah, that's all we're going to do with it. We're not going to do anything else super crazy. Putting on a good match. Now then. What day of the month is this? I don't even remember. Alright, Dysfunction versus Todd Sexton definitely needs some more talking up. So let's start off here. Interview. Single worker with manager. Phil Woods. With Dysfunction. They're going to be talking up Todd Sexton faux show. Putting on a good match while continuing the feud. They're putting on a good match, fighting with each other. Now let's have an interview, single worker with manager here. Uh-oh, I got a little set of 3 tones there. That probably means this battery's going low. Alright, Miss Vanessa versus, not versus. That tone threw me off. Was it Todd Sexton? Yeah. Their target is dysfunction. And they are going to continue this feud. Right. And then we can have interview, single worker with manager. Phil Woods with Black Dragon. He's going to knock down Scotty McPeg. And that's for their feud. Let's see how the show goes. Yeah, see? There's interview, there's angle interest in this. These things go crazy. Hang on a second. I want to see if I can fix this ailing headset. If I plug this directly into the USB in this computer, a little USB charging might happen. Well, let's hope. Anyway, well, maybe I can see if a button or a light has changed on it. Anyways, this was a pretty good match, although the crowd, again, did not care that much. 51% rating. Miss Vanessa and Todd Sexton gained overness from this segment. 78% segment. That is a dynamite segment. Everybody loves Miss Vanessa, man. She's a peach, right? And Black Dragon versus Todd Sexton. Let me go ahead and get this charging. That wasn't as great a match as you might think it would have been. Since basically I'm hiring all these guys on very similar criteria, you would think they would all be relatively compatible. That wasn't the best match ever. This is a pretty above average segment though. Our main event, 89% match between Jarrell Clark and Scotty Mack. The crowd was not that into it, but still 67% overall match rating. That's really good. That's the best show we've had. Well, the best TV show. Moxie's losing heat, pushing him too much. Todd Sexton wants to work with Jarrell Clark. Not happy with the production quality. Wonder how long we can get away with not having the production quality they want. That's odd. Didn't I have Jarrell Clark and Todd Sexton already have a feud? This is usually why Elite take these kinds of notes. Oh well. Our last rating was a 22 as well. Our ratings are superb. The network are very happy with us. Are they really, though? Sounds like they really would rather see us doing a little bit more in terms of fancy pants production values. And we're going to have to see how 3 shows in we are doing for money. This could be the end of us again. Have to get our show canceled or something like that. Fades Boston. ECWA have risen to national level. They signed Vader to a written contract. BCW TV has been dropped by Comcast Network. Did that cost us? Interestingly enough, that did not cost us in public image. How are we doing on finances? I'll be interested to see whether or not, once we get back down to the end of it, whether how this will compare to 2 months ago when we lost 87 grand. Whether or not doing a couple of TV shows, whether that balances out in the end. Though apparently, now we can just skip forward to the end of the month and see about it. But I think I'm going to save that for next time, folks. I'm a little tired. There's a lot of stuff going on. Have these feuds been built up properly? I guess Dysfunction versus Todd Sexton hasn't really. Black Dragon versus Scotty Mac really has. It's a dramatic big feud. We're in positive money territory, but that may just be because we haven't gotten the bill yet. Could be. We could open a development territory. We could start a training camp. We could do those things. We're not going to right now, though. We don't really need to invest in any more things that will cost us lots of money until we have our current costs under control. Hey, this is Bobo the Vulture. This is Let's Play Extreme Warfare Revenge. I want to thank you guys all very much for watching. And when I see you next time, I'll see you next time. Bye.